is up, YouTube? I'm out here making skulls, trying to reproduce them. They didn't come out too bad. So what I did is I had a plastic skull, and I made a a mold out of this, a silicone rubber mold. It's pretty simple to do. All you do is just take a plastic skull, kind of put some clay into the undercuts, with these big holes right here, and then just glue it down to like a piece of foam, and then just put your silicone rubber over the whole thing. Then you let that dry for, I think it took 4 hours to dry, and then you'll get this, which is our silicone mold. Then you got to make a plaster mother mold to actually hold it together. These are just cheap bandages from Hobby Lobby. It should all snap together. That, and you'll get your mold going here. And then what I did do is I Vaseline the inside of this, just to play it safe, even though it seems like it's been working fairly good without it. Or actually, sorry, I haven't tried it without it yet, but I really don't want to screw my mold up, and all I'm doing is just taking a piece of tape, kind of hold it together. Just take a piece of tape like that. So then we got our mold all together. Get yourself a container, something to stand it up on, because you need that to stand like that. So then what I'm using is that 2-part fence foam from Home Depot. So this is there, stay. Now what I found out is that it's about 1.25 inches. I think this is an 8-ounce glass, I think. It's just one of those cheap plastic glasses. 1.25 inches from the bottom up. Almost fills this up perfectly. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So we fill that up to line. I might actually be able to get another one out of it. And fill this up to 1.25 inches. Now, when I mix these together, I'm going to dump it in. And then when I dump it in, you got to start swirling the mold around. And what you want to do is you want to swirl it down into these teeth down in here, all these little spots down here. You want to do that while that stuff is still really liquidy, so it grabs all the detail. Stay. Get yourself a stirring stick. I think it says about 20 seconds or something around there that you're supposed to stir it. Just gotta make sure you scrape the bottom and stuff and get the sides real good. You still want to stir it too long, because if you stir it too long and then you dump it in there, it's not liquidy enough to get down into the teeth. I usually just stir it until it starts to get a little white foam going on top. So dump it down in here. This is the part that you got to work fast with. I know it's hard to see. Well, it's hard to shoot it while you're doing it, I should say. Because you really only got one shot at this, otherwise you're going to be throwing it all away. Alright, so you'll get a pretty good coating of it all the way around. And then just put the glob down into the middle and let it set. Before it was taking about 15 to 20 minutes or so for I can actually pull it out of the mold. You know, like I've made 3 so far. This one came out pretty good. That was my first attempt, and the second attempt was like this. I didn't use enough foam, but you can always just trim the bottom, you know, the base of it off. But it gets some pretty good detail. This one, I was like way off with the measurement. That's why it has like this neck on it or something. Could be a piece of stone. And maybe mount it like that, like it's stuck in stone. You paint the bottom stone color and paint the skull a different color. It'll all come out perfect. As long as they get the good detail on the mouth and all that, that's the part that I'm shooting for. Now this guy, the jaw's kind of filling in, but I want to try to get more of it over there. So I just kind of move it around a little bit. You don't want to mess with it too much. That's pretty much it. I usually take this and I throw this in the cup and then come back in 15 minutes and see if you can pull this out. And if you can't pull it out, then you know it's cured in the middle. Alright, so we're 15, I think about 15, 17 minutes. So this is what I was talking about, how you can't pull the stick out. So it should be pretty much cured in there. It should be cured in there. You can also take a skewer, see if you can pop it through. In here it's, you know, pretty good. So now we just take the tape back off. I saved the tape because I need to make one more, so I'm cheap. I don't want to keep using tape over and over. Pop this off, and when you pop it off, you should pop it from the back forward. If I can actually grab it. You know, because the eye sockets will hold the mother mold in. Yeah, because if you try to pull it like that, it's stuck in the eye socket, so you gotta pop it from the back. And then it comes right back off. So now you'll see how it's not sticking. This is usually takes a little bit of finessing. There. Got yourself a skeleton, a skull. That's pretty much it. You can see. I mean, they all pretty much look the same in the face. You can probably better off using like a bandsaw on the bottom of it. Cut that piece off, because if you start tearing it off, it looks really crappy, because I was doing that on my first one. So if you use like a nice saw, you probably cut that right off nice and clean. Or maybe that's what you're shooting for. You want something like that stick in your lawn. You know. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.